All right, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Team-Stirr show. I see we got a lot of people here. Thank you. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Emmy-nominated, imitated, but never duplicated Team-Stirr show. Again. Okay, people, you can applaud. Okay, awesome. Thank you. Thank you all for coming. Thank you. You guys are way too great. Oh, you guys are great. Awesome. Everyone, welcome. Today is January the 14th, 2024. I'm here for another episode. Let me get these particulars out of the way and we'll get started with our show. Will be a quick show and everyone can enjoy the NFL Wild Card Sunday. So, facts, dates, and events presented in this video are from the members' best recollection and may not be fully accurate. The video is intended for entertainment purposes only. Always consult with your local union about your rights and duties at the workplace. The opinions shared here on this video are my own, Daniel Borges, and do not necessarily represent my employer's positions, strategies, or opinions. All views shared on here are protected under the National Labor Relations Act. Well, God bless you all. Thank you all for coming. God bless America. God bless this union. God bless every working man and woman that is out there. But let's get started with the show. So before I start the show, my first thing I want to do is thank everyone that is out there. Thank all of you. I want to thank all the supporters, everyone that tunes in every week and shares these videos. I deeply appreciate everything that you all have done. Let me give you guys a hand. You guys deserve a hand. Everyone out there that participates in the viewing of these videos and sharing and comments. Thank you all. But definitely the last video got a lot of response. You know, I got a lot of phone calls, a lot of talking in the, break areas. And every time I ran into somebody. So, especially last night, I got a phone call from one of the brothers who was, who had a lot of questions. And I'm so glad that he called. I won't mention no names, but, stuff needs to be done. We got a lot to talk about. So what I want to do today is I just want to revisit the vacation stuff. I know it was a little dragged on, but there was a lot of confusion and I just want to clear it up. I just want to, make it make sense. So we used the hypothetical. I brought it up because that's what they used. They used this hypothetical to deflect from the real problem. The real problem was the guy should have had the July week. They didn't give it to him because somebody's gross misinterpretation of the law. And so they used this hypothetical, which they prepared a whole week for however long it took them to know, because they knew I was coming with this stuff. And this was the best I could do. So the problem is a lot of people were bringing up that scenario and they were saying it's ridiculous. It's a ridiculous hypothetical. But the fact that I entertained it and allowed them to deflect from what the real problem was, shame on me. But, I reject it. So first of all, if a person goes and brings his whole previous year's weeks before his seniority date to get his new bank. Let's just say it was 6. He takes 6 weeks. He puts 2 in the winter, makes the winter obligation, and the other 4 he uses May and June. He has his seniority date in June. So after June, he picks up his new bank. And so, of course, the scenario was, their hypothetical was, it's okay for him after his seniority to pick up another 4 weeks in the summer in July and August? Absolutely. Yes, it is. They're saying no. So we've gone from 2 winter obligation from each bank that you have. So if you got the bank from the previous year and then you get your new bank, you'll have a total of 4 weeks in the winter that you're obligated to take. The rest you should be able to do whatever you want. So instead of doing that, their hypothetical says that you can only take the 4 and you're going to have 4, 5, 6, almost 8 weeks of winter they're forcing you to take if something like that happens. Okay, which is ridiculous in itself. They're going to force you, not the company. Not management. We're talking about the people that we pay to protect our seniority. Okay, that's ridiculous in itself. You're talking about 6 to 8 weeks they're going to force you to take in the winter, which is ridiculous. And the problem with that scenario is that the what people were talking about and complaining about was this is an every year thing. No, you can't do that every year. It's impossible. It's physically impossible. For in order for you to carry a whole full bank like that, you would have had to been on disability, family leave, where you didn't take anything the whole year at all. And now here it is, we're picking vacations. You have your weeks from the previous year. You just came back to work. And so now you got to do something with them. Okay, do what you need to, but make sure you take your 2 winter obligations from your carried over weeks and your 2 from your past. Once you do that, you've met the contractual requirements needed to take vacations. That's all. That's the only time something like that can happen. It's not an every year thing. It's an every other year thing. And so let's just say a person did it, and he decides every other year to take a vacation. That's the only way that it happens. Because what happens is once he takes all his 6 that he didn't take the previous year, he didn't take any the previous year, puts them on the 1 year, and then now he gets his new bank and he's going to use those. What's going to happen is he isn't going to see another vacation after that until he gets his seniority. So it's just a ridiculous scenario. The best that it is, it's fear mongering. It's a problem that came up, and to justify the problem instead of fixing it, this was their solution. Let's bring up this hypothetical because if you bring this up, it's going to show how unfair it is. And, listen, seniority is seniority, and that's what it is. If they're so concerned about junior guys not getting summer vacations, then guess what? Open up more weeks. Get the company to open up more weeks. That's all you got to do. It's not really that hard. Open up more weeks, and the best way to do that is, look, here you have May, June, July, and it's going to probably be before that. All those guys that are going to be laid off. Don't lay them off. Open up weeks and put people on vacation. You know you're going to do it for weeks at a time. Anywhere from 1 to 20, 30, 40, 50, maybe even 100 guys. Just open up more weeks. But you know why that won't happen? That means you got to negotiate. And we're going to, what we pay them to do, that it's an unlikely thing. And this is where a lot of the problems lie. So if you want the contract to say something, put it in there. Don't put any doubt in there. If that's what you wanted the vacations to be, put it in there. So, that's that. That's, I hope I kind of cleared that up. But that's not an every year scenario. I'm not saying that that's what's going to happen. And I'm not saying that it's not okay, because as long as you meet what the contract says, you should be fine. You should be allowed to do it. But another thing that I had a talk with one of the brothers yesterday is that, the thing with the seniority list in Parsippany and in Saddlebrook, how they don't have dates. He called once. He called the hall once, spoke to a business agent, and he told them, listen, why don't you have this posted? What is the big deal? You're talking about over 400 members. 400 members. Why aren't their dates posted? And their answer to him was, who cares? Why do you need it? You don't need it. Why does it need to be posted? And to me, that just sums up. This is why we are where we are. This is why we are where we are. And the thing is, my ambition in life isn't to, put a slate together. That's not what I want to do. I don't want to be an executive board. I like what I do. I have no issues with what I do. But what the problem is, there's problems that exist that cannot be ignored. And if I do put a slate together, you guys probably, those guys up there, they, definitely they watch. Not all of them, a couple of them, maybe they all do, but definitely they watch. So when they see the number of people that watch and view, they're probably like, he only has about 300 to 400, whatever it is, let's just say it's 200. That doesn't matter. The thing you need to be concerned about is, all I need, if I ever wanted to put a slate together, was 13 to 20 guys. That's it. That's it. If I needed to, 13 to 20 guys who were pissed off and just fed up with crap. So, you know, even if I did, if that's what I wanted to do, which I don't, that's not my intent. That's not my master passion. A lot of people that know me personally know what my master passion is, and it ain't that. But if I did, I would run for president. Yes, president of Local 177, because if I'm going to go, I might as well go hard. You know, that's where the problem lies. It lies with leadership. Our leadership is poor. The top four, got a problem. Got a problem. These things can be resolved by just doing your job, dude. Doing your job. You know, there's behavior. There's some becoming of the people up there. And the problem with that is you start to allow certain behaviors to go on. It's going to lead to more bad behavior when it goes unchecked. Because, you know, shout out to my brother Troy. Always, we have the conversation with the Weeks. He's kind of one of the people that that we talked about, and he was explaining how that scenario was ridiculous. But he also brought something up in the meeting that a lot of people didn't like. But guess what? If the person didn't have the position that he had, nobody would care. Nobody would care. But the problem is there's a conflict of interest there. And if it is going on, if stuff like that, if behavior like that is going on and the leadership knows and they're allowing it, shame on you. You need to be removed. You all need to be removed if that's what's going on and this stuff is okay. It's inappropriate. It doesn't represent the members. It's a conflict of interest there. So here it is, you know, we have our president. To me, I think he has other aspirations and goals to get into the international. You know, that's what I feel. And if that's the case, he should go there. He should leave here and go there because he's not serving us doing this. You know, ignoring stuff, covering stuff up. You know, it's a problem. You know, I'm sure he sees Vinny Perron from Local 177, and he must be envious of him. He must be like, man, why him and not me? And you should be envious because the guy's doing an outstanding job from that local. I want to be Vinny Perron. I want Vinny Perron to come over here and be our president. I'd love that to happen. But you know what? You know, it can't. Who knows? Maybe. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe some things will change someday, you know, and I don't know. We could merge the local, whatever, dude. But you know, worry about the house here and forget about your ambitions and goals. You've already made it here. If you don't want to be here and you want to be other places, go. Then just go and leave. But, you know, the problem is a lot of them up there, they're very egotistical, arrogant, and very prideful. So please remember, the intent of these videos is to educate the members with things. But the problem is we got too many problems going on that I'm not going to ignore. You guys don't want me on these videos doing this, then do your jobs. It's just that simple. The less nonsense, the less videos. And the more we can focus on other educate. I would love to focus on the contract, but we ain't even got those. The contract was ratified God knows how many months ago, and we still don't have them. You know? And so my last thing I want to bring up is, you know, one of the incidents that came up this week was that you know, there was an issue with a job that you know, I won't get too much detail, but something happened where, you know, there was something wrong about it. And so I contacted the shop store. We had a heated discussion, and I told him, what you're doing is wrong, dude. Like you can't do that. So I let him know. I let one of the executives know that this is going on. I sent him, you know, a text message. You should call him. You should call them and make sure that what you're doing is accurate, you know, because it's wrong. And so, of course, the person from the hall called me. I explained to him what happened. And guess what? The problem was resolved. Had they done that with the vacation, we wouldn't even be here having these videos. We wouldn't have had what we had in the union meeting. You see? But something got done. I don't care how and what was done. It was done. The proper and the right thing was done. Not catering to people's egos. The right thing was done. And you know what? I give you guys a salute for doing it. Okay? Listen, I'll give you your kudos where it's due. I'll give you your kudos. I'll give you your kudos. So, you know, it is what it is. Just get the job done. And listen, like I said, if I'm ever gonna do anything, listen, okay, I'm sorry. We got haters in the house right now. We got haters. We got haters in the house. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But listen, that's not my intent. My intent is not to be an executive, and because that's a lot of crap people put up with, and it is what it is. You got to deal with people like me. But other than that, guys, thank you for coming. Thank you all. The show has to end. I'm sorry. Thank you. I get it, guys. I get it. But I'm sorry. Listen, that's the end of our show. God bless you guys. Everyone, please be safe. Have a happy Martin Luther King Day. We have that day off. Thank you to Sean O'Brien for getting that in there. You get all the credit for that. And I'm going to enjoy my day off. Enjoy Wild Card Weekend and the playoffs. And God bless you all. See you guys next week. Or, no, not next week. Or I don't know when I'll see you guys. But God bless you all. Thanks again.